Hello, hello. Hello, Tatum here. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to test our strength and stamina. So grab your dumbbells and find your inner fire, and let's get to it. All right, hello team. It's time to get started. Super excited about this workout today. You're gonna need a variety of medium to heavy weight if you're there. I have 15s, 20s, 25s, and a single 45 because I do have that heavier weight. And if you don't have it there, just grab your two heaviest weights that you can put together for some deadlifting today. We may not even need that, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. I wanna move through our joints just a little bit, and we're gonna start with some hip circles. So you may need to hold on to the wall for this one. We're just gonna circle up, out, and around, okay? So hold on if you need to for stability, but let's just open up a little bit. And that circle might be small today, it might be big. All right, you're doing you. Figure it out and just move with me here. Just open up. Nice work. Let's go two more. Great job. Ooh, that feels good. Other side, again, hold on, because I want you to get this movement. I want you to feel that hip opening up. So if we're just working on balancing, we're not really getting this. So go ahead, don't worry about it. There you go. Let's do two more. Ooh, good night. Good job, good job. Let's go ahead and hug those knees again. If that's difficult, get against the wall here. Just pull up underneath the thigh and raise that knee and squeeze. There you go. You can lay down on your back too if you'd like. I'm going to give you lots of options today. There'll be some windows for the core work. The core is very long. It's a full minute on all of these today, so just take it. I may not last either, okay? We might be right there, but I'm going to give it a minute for those who are there. And if we're not, we're going to break for a bit and get back to it and just do our best job. Good job. All right, let's go ahead now and bring the heel up just a little if you're there. Again, you can lean against a wall. Whatever helps, just kind of opening up here. Good, let's go side to side. There you go. You don't have to go too deep. Just feel the stretch on the inner thigh. And then when you're there, you can start to slide a little deeper. Nice work. Woo. Let's open up the chest and shoulders with a diagonal reach here. Just kind of pull back, feels good, open wide. We'll make everything feel good here right at the beginning just to push it. But again, I'm so excited. Some different stuff coming at you today. For our main circuit, we're gonna work some sort of core stabilization exercise, something for that core, and then we'll move into a strength. So, and we'll finish with we'll have a little bit of cardio here to get that heart rate up for those of you who need it. And in fact, start your watches. Start your watches. We're there. We have 8 seconds. We're going to a wall sit here, team, just to start with some activation. So go ahead, have a seat against the wall, about 90 degrees. 3, 2, and 1. If you don't have a wall, just find a squat hold here, okay? So we're either sitting or we're just holding. All right, we're gonna have 20 seconds here, and we're almost there. We're going down to the floor. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna come down into a bulldog. Right now, team, no rest, knees hovering. We're right here holding, and keep holding. Good, the knees are just about an inch off the floor here. From the side, it looks like this. We have that neutral spine. We're drawing the belly button towards the spine. Now, I want you to step back, and there's no rest. Bring that right knee in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kick it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And left leg in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Find that wall again, team. We're up. We're holding right here. There you go. 20 seconds, a little less. I moved a little slow there. We'll do those knee tucks a little quicker. There we go. Just hold for me. We're going back down to a bulldog here in 3, 2, and 1. Find your bulldog. That little neutral spine here. Knees are hovering. Shoulders over wrist. There's no rest here. We're just doing 2 sets, and we're gonna get going today. Woo! We'll bring it up. Bring the heart rate up. Hold this. Who's feeling it now? 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. Some of you can just hold this high plank if you're there. Pull that knee in. 1, 2, 3. Kick it back. 1, 2, 3, and in. 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3. Bring the left in. 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, and 3. In. 1, 2, and 3, and back. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Woo! I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it now. Getting warmed up, energized. We're gonna keep going. We have a squat to press. Don't go too heavy on this. We have time today. We're gonna finish with a squat to press as well. You can add some more weight, but we're gonna go here to here with weight, moving that lower body, upper body with the core. Probably one of my favorite. I would say this is probably my top 3 exercises as a thruster. Here we go. Weights at your shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. We have 1 minute here. We're gonna squat to press. All right, squat to press. There you go. So just take your time. You can even do, if you know you're gonna tire out, you can even do one arm at a time here on these squat to press. Don't go too heavy. Save a little bit for the main. All right, I just want us moving here from head to toe, head to toe. That's it, good job, good job. 30 seconds to go here. Woo. And we're gonna go with so toe taps at the floor. Just working on being, kind of moving those feet quick. 20 seconds here, team. Keep pumping it out. Ooh, we got this. 15 seconds. That's it. Inhale on the down, exhale as we press. One motion. Let's work on one motion, even if they are light weights for the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Weights down. We're going right into some toe taps. Some of us will just stay here, nice and low, okay? Some of us will want to bring it up. 30 seconds. We're moving. No rest between these two here. We are going to go 3 sets. Good. That's it. Tap it out. Move those feet. Again, we might be right here tapping. It's okay. We're moving. Just get those arms going too. Help elevate that heart rate. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Okay. I gave us 20 seconds here. We're gonna go back to this 1 minute of press. Maybe it was 15 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Squat to press. Again, nice smooth motion. Squat down and press overhead. It's a full minute. All right. Getting nice and warm for this workout. Great job. And remember, if we struggle to get those weights up over our shoulders because of the lack of mobility in that shoulder area, feel free to grab 5 or 8 8-pound weights and do a squat to front arm raise or a front arm raise with a squat, okay? There's always options for that. Talk to me if you are struggling through any of these exercises because of a flexibility mobility issue. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can find something you can do for the time and maybe something to help you find that mobility and flexibility again. Woo! I'm here for you. You just gotta talk to me. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Toe taps. For those of you who are ready, you can toe tap up onto a weight for a little higher elevated work here. Stay at the floor or tap it out here with a march back and forth, okay? We have options. We're always options. All of us are at a different place in space, different journey here today, so that's okay. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, 15 seconds rest. We have one more round. One more round. You're doing awesome. Now again, just modify. If you're just getting started, maybe 2 rounds is enough today. No judgment here. Rest. We'll be going on here soon to our main circuit. Here we go. Squat to press. We're working. 1 minute on the clock. Just put a smile. Whew, that's it. Focus on your breathing. In and out. Good. That's it, team. Great job. Lots of core strength today. Let's talk about that a bit because I only have 30 seconds when we finish this round. They are longer intervals. You take the intervals to your level of fitness. It might be 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute. You can put in more rest that way. Maybe that's where we need to be. It's okay. We have to start somewhere. Don't be discouraged, okay? I made them longer so we could practice some muscle endurance today and some good stamina, but feel free to take it down, because if you're being challenged, that's where you are today. And you're gonna get improvements that way, okay? 3, 2, and 1, here we go. Oops, I'm gonna use my dumbbell for those toe taps, everybody, toe taps. Here you go. Woo. Waking up the body here, the heart, the mind. I don't know what your day has been like. If it's morning, if it's after a long day of work, whew, get a little numb to the day. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Rest. All right, we're going on here. 30 seconds. If you need more time, take it here. Just don't walk away, all right? All right, here we go. We have a high plank hold. Second round, we'll change it a little bit in third. Then we're gonna go into a chest press, okay? So I'm gonna grab my 25s and have them nearby here. We really only have about 20 seconds in between these, okay? So let's go to a high plank hold. This is a minute. We're on our hands here, team. Hips are in line. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to find your high plank. Now, for some of us, if this is already difficult, we can find an incline at a chair, a box, a bench, okay? The incline will help. You can start there. I want those shoulders over the wrists, the toes pushing in. I want you to squeeze the thighs, the glutes. Head in line with the spine. Draw that belly button towards the spine. We are 30 seconds in. If that's all you can do today, good job, no worries, all right? You're here, you're showing up. You have to start somewhere. If you have more, hang with me here till a minute. All right, you're just gonna modify. You're gonna go as long as you can for that minute. You could even work some, take a 5 to 10 second break, and then get back to it. We could also find our knees, team, okay? Keeping those hips in line with that head and spine. All right, rest. Nice work. Whew. We're going down, we have a chest press, okay? So we're gonna go supported here. A lot of these exercises today are really supported, except for our deadlift, because we are working core so much. So we'll talk about that. We'll see how we're doing. Here we go, chest press, elbows out. 3, 2, and 1. We have 1 minute here. I'm gonna have you press up and down, nice and controlled, okay? So don't just throw the weights today, not yet, we'll get there. Just what you're pushing and controlling. So 1 to 2 in that push, but then when you come down, think about maybe 3 counts, at least 2, maybe 3. Good, that's it. If we want, we can take it to a 2-2 count, so 1, 2 up and back down, which I really love. Just doing as many reps as we can here during this minute. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Woo! Now we're feeling it. Keep going. That's it, team. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. 3, 2, and 1, rest. Okay, so we're going into a dead bug here and a supported row. So I'm gonna grab my 20s for my row. All right, we are gonna grab some weight on this dead bug going forward, but right now we're gonna practice just a little variation of it. I want your knees up 90 degrees, arms over the chest. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to draw the rib cage towards the floor along with that belly button. I just want you to push one leg out and bring it in, and then shove that other leg out, but the whole time that back is at the floor. All right, if it's not, you're gonna shove a little higher here, okay? Or you might just hold, look at my window. All right, now we're gonna bring those arms up and over. We're just doing a modification today because we're gonna add weight to this on the second one, but I want us to move first and get this feeling, right? Again, drawing in. All right, there's a lot of focus here. We gotta pull everything towards that floor as we kick out here, keeping that lower back out of it. Good, pull over. Good, right there. Keep working. Pull over, hoo-ah. There you go. Good. If you were going to the floor here and you're starting to feel that lower back, kick it high, but still practice drawing in the whole time. 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice work. We have rows. We're going from the floor. We're going supported. If you have a bench, you can do this standing with your weights on a bench or a box too, but I want you supported, core supported, since we're working in between here. So the way this is gonna work is we're just gonna pull these weights back into a row. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. 1 minute, alternating this row, nice and supported. If you wanna stand in row, you can do a bit over row. I just suggest that you be careful because we do have some deadlifting today and a lot of core going on. So here we can kind of help ourselves a bit and just work on that back. Here you go. Alternate. Whew. Good. That's it. It is a minute long. And remember here, we're halfway if you need that 30-second mark. I didn't call it out on the core. I apologize. Again, take it a little shorter today if that's where you should be. Don't be so hard on yourself. There you go. I know we want to be told what to do sometimes. I know my clients, I heard it last night, just tell me what to do. I don't want to make a decision for myself. But sometimes we need to, okay? 3, 2, and 1. I give you decisions. I give you options because we're not all on the same page today. We're not all on the same journey. Some of us are further along. Some of us are just getting started. So be aware of that. Do what you can do, not what you can't, all right? All right, we're going into a glute bridge, march, and then deadlift, which we'll grab some weight then. All right, let's come down. We're on our backs. I want you to tuck the pelvis just a bit, squeeze the glutes, and lift up. Feet are about middle. They're not real close to your bottom. They're kind of out a bit, but not enough that you feel hamstring. I want you to feel the bottom, okay? And we're just gonna hold here for now. For some of us, this is all that we're doing is holding and squeezing, all right? If you're there, some of us are gonna march and tap, all right? We may not be there today. We wanna be able to stabilize through the hips. If we feel that we're rocking back and forth and struggling, I don't want you marching, all right? We're halfway. There you go. We're trying to march and not drop and move the hips too much. It's really hard to do and stabilize. So some of us are here. If you want, maybe it's easier to do a kick out here and hold as well. So there are some options, or we're just here. We might just lift the foot just a little without that tap, okay? And we want to be able to squeeze and keep it there. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, nice work. We are going to practice deadlifting today. I'm going to grab my single 45. Why don't we all just grab a single weight today? Start light. We can add 2 weights on the next one if we need more weight. All right, we're going to hinge back. We're going to push those hips towards the back wall. Come out over that weight to stand. So go ahead and come down to the floor. Hips are back, shoulders are in front of your weight. You're gonna grab the top of this weight. I want you to kind of pull the shoulders down and back and put some tension on your weight. All right, and I want you to think about pushing your feet out, breaking the mat, and then we're just gonna squeeze the glutes to stand. Good. We're back down. Let's try that again. Make sure we're there. Shoulders are back. Pull on the weight just a bit, just to get that tension. Push away, hips are back, shoulders should be slightly in front of the weight here, so I'm not dropped down here. Slightly shifted forward here, squeeze the glutes to stand. We're halfway. Now let's just work through that. Start light, get movement, really squeeze. We should not feel lower back pain. If you're feeling lower back pain, we need to go lighter. Check that form. Squeeze. Make sure those glutes are activating. Here we go. So again, I'm pushing away this floor like I want to break these little square mats apart. I'm squeezing the glutes, keeping those shoulders down and back. That head is following my spine here in movement here. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, great job. Grab a sip of water. We're heading back to the top. So I've done a large circuit here, so we're not too sore, so we can handle this. We're gonna go back to the high plank, and we're also gonna go back to those chest presses. So I'm gonna grab my weight here. Here we go, we have a high plank. We're holding this. It's gonna help your push-ups, okay? Just holding here, drawing in. For those of you who are ready, we're gonna find middle hold here. So we're high. Let's see if we can go to the middle. And we're not gonna be able to hold it the whole minute. Maybe some of us can. If not, you'll just come back up to that high and keep holding, okay? But I'm gonna work middle, seeing how long I can hold it here. Just a little bit below that full high plank. Ooh, and I'm shaking. How about you? Draw in, we're halfway. Just do as long as you can, and then go back to that high plank. Ooh, that's a hard part of the push-up. Let's go, I'm going up to the top, I'm giving it a rest. I'm coming back in. Some of us are just gonna stay high, that's okay. Keep holding, keep drawing in, squeezing, pushing the toes in, glutes on, thighs on, belly button drawn in. Oh, we got it, come on, keep holding. I wanna give up, but we're not going to. 3, 2, and 1, hoo-ah. All right, nice work. A little extra challenge for those of you who are there. All right, back to that chest press. 1 minute here, team. 1 minute coming up. Elbows out here. Woo, we're in that pronated grip here. Palms are out. We're gonna just go ahead and press. 3, 2, and 1. Let's find that 1-2 tempo. So 2 counts up, 2 down. Trying not to rest or pause at the top. There you go. Blow that air out on the press, inhale, coming down. If you have a bench, I do suggest getting your bench out for your chest presses so you get a little more range if you want. I'm gonna start bringing my bench out as well. If you have any questions about buying one, let me know. We have some options. I'll check with one of my clients. She bought one that I meant to ask about. That seems pretty practical for a small space, so we'll start talking about that as well. There you go. Keep them coming. 1, 2, and then right back into it. 1, 2. Woo! There you go. Come on. Feeling the burn. We're going to stay focused today. We're going to find that fire and dig. This is muscle endurance, stamina. We got to keep moving. 3, 2, and 1. All right. I'm going to grab my 20s now, okay? We're going into that dead bug. This time we're going loaded, if you're there. So I'm gonna grab a 15 to pull overhead, or you could stay with the one we did originally in that first round. Here we go, holding that weight above our chest. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to push that right leg out, left leg out, drawing everything towards the floor, and then pull over. Good, right? You can do this with a band, which we'll play with as well. And I have a list of things for your in-home gym that I like to use. I would suggest that you look at it. You can click the link up in the right-hand corner of my banner on my page here on the YouTube channel. Ooh, or ask me about it and I'll get you there. Good, reach out. Again, remember, we're trying to keep that lower back, everything drawn in. From the belly buttons to the rib cage, we're trying to keep everything drawn towards that floor on this kick out. Otherwise, kick high. Pull over, squeeze under those armpits on those lats as you pull over. Trying to keep that back again at the floor, stabilizing. Remember, you can take these intervals a little shorter if you feel things going. If you feel that it's too hard to draw in at some point, go ahead and rest. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Woo, good one there. Let's go into those rows. We're gonna feel those a little bit after that good pull over there. It was intentional. All right, we're right here with those rows again, okay? Nice and supported. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to think about drawing back with the back, okay? So pulling those elbows back. So we're not just kind of moving underneath our body here with our arms. I want you to pull the elbows kind of back towards your back pockets. I want you to think about initiating with the back and then letting the arm follow. So right here, I'm gonna just kind of pull back. I think about my shoulder coming back and my elbow first, and then my hands, if that makes sense. Just kind of visualize that and you should get there. We're halfway, team. Just keep working. Good. Again, with good control. There's not a lot of range here. Just slow it down a lot. But you could always give it a pause back here if that weight is kind of light, and back down. Just work with control on all of these. Good. I'm gonna bring my weights out in front, just a little bit in front of me so I get a little more range, kind of sliding it back towards that hip and rowing there. 3, 2, and 1, rest. All right, great job. We have that glute bridge with the march if we're there, or a hold, and then we're going into that deadlift, okay? So think about your weights there. I'll show you how to do 2 if we're there. Let's have those, feet down. All right, tuck the pelvis just a bit, squeeze the glutes. Let's press up here, bridge. chin away from the chest. We can just hold if we're there. Just hold, squeezing, activating. If you want to march it out and tap, we can tap, okay? This is tough though. I don't want you to feel lower back. I want you to feel that you could squeeze and stabilize, all right? So this is a slow movement. You might feel your adductors coming into play here for that balance. We're halfway, team. If that's too much, go back to that bridge here, squeezing really hard, feeling the glutes. If you're feeling the thighs here, move your feet out a little bit. If you're feeling the hamstrings, move them in closer to the bottom. If you're still feeling it somewhere other than the glutes, we need to talk, we need to talk. Here we go, come on, march it out. Good, ooh, this is a tough one. 3, 2, and 1, rest. All right, back to that deadlift, okay? Practicing. If you need more weight, let's take 2 of these, okay? We'll go kind of dual suitcase here, double, just down and up, working that same, okay, with the 2. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Let's start this together on this first one. Make sure we're doing everything we need to do. I want you to push that mat apart or your floor, rip it apart, get that engagement, hinge, pushing those hips back, squeeze those glutes, pull up on your weight, but don't lift yet. Just pull those shoulders down and back, lock it out, squeeze the glutes to stand. Good. Here we go, keep working. That's the movement. You might reset each time to go through that. So just pushing the feet out, squeezing the glutes, pulling a little bit there, locking the shoulders down and back. Good, we're halfway, 30 more seconds here. And I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and just keep moving for this minute. Woo, there you go. With good form, 15 seconds to go. You do you with the intervals today. Find your own challenge there. Inhale, come down, exhale to the stand. 3, 2, and 1. All right, good job, team. So we've been doing a lot of 2 sets. We're working on 3 today, okay? So we're going back to the beginning with that high plank. If you need more rest, take it here. We're gonna try something else here as well. Team, we're gonna go high plank for those that are there. We're at that high plank, okay? Again, pushing the toes in, squeezing the thighs, the glutes, drawing the belly button, the ribs in, okay? If you want a challenge, we did high, middle. We're gonna go low plank hold for those who are there. This is not meant for everyone, it's okay, but I wanna make sure that everybody showed up has something that's going to challenge them today. And again, for some of us it's high, some of us it's knees. It's okay, good job to you, okay? We're all here. And if you're ready to try this one, kudos. We're halfway, team. We're gonna try to keep holding. Woo, that's it, squeeze and breathe, draw in. Oh, find your happy place here. Find that happy place. Oh, I always see butterflies, green grass on the beach. No, I don't know. Mostly forest. Mostly forest. The trees, the trails. There we go. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. Wow. Great job. If you're able to do that, let me know. Let me know where you are today. All right, I'm just crawling around on this floor today. Not real pretty, Tatum. All right, we're coming down to the floor. Chest press again. If you have a bench, get a bench. You'll be able to go a little deeper on that chest, which feels good, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Let's get that 2 count going. I know it's hard without any rest at the top. We're just constantly moving, extending, back down, up and down. 1, 2, 1, 2. As soon as my upper arms tap that floor, I'm just going right back up. As soon as I get extension there, I'm coming right back down. Push away. Breathe through it though, don't hold your breath. So we're in on the down, we're out on the up. There you go. Oh, we're feeling it. I know, it's a little tougher today, but I wanted to challenge you. You could go back and revisit this one. If you're doing 30 to 45 interval seconds there, you could go back, keep practicing, work up to that minute. Good, that's it. This should be challenging for anyone that shows up today, but doable. There you go, come on. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have that dead bug. I'm going loaded here, okay, with that 15. Please, if you're not there, don't worry about it. I might even try a 20 here. We'll see if I can hold on to it well. All right, knees are up, team. Knees are up. Weight over the chest. Let's draw that rib cage towards the floor, that belly button, all right? And kick it out, either high or low, wherever you can keep that back at the floor. Right to left. Give me a pullover. Squeeze and pull over. Good. Right, left. Hold those knees in place. Try to keep those feet at 90 degrees, okay? So try not to drop them here and do it. Keep them up, 90 degrees. Tabletop position here with those shins. There you go. Up and over. Right, left, good. And pull over. Hoo-ah. That's it, team. Woo! Who's sweating now? Who's sweating now? Pull it over. Breathe. I'm so proud of you for showing up. All right, we've got a long road ahead of us. All right, so take it one workout at a time. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. One workout at a time. Don't stress or get anxious about them. I will give you options. If they're not there, talk to me. I will get there with you. Let's go. I'm using 20s. I don't know if I told you that. All right. I'm just like a snake across the floor today. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Let's find that row. I'm going to put my dumbbells out in front of me just a little bit so I get a little bit more range on that pullback, okay, on that row. There you go. That's it. Keep alternating. You're doing great. Yeah, so the journey, you know, I was thinking about this other day, how hard it is to get started when you have a long road ahead of you, right? When you know that this isn't gonna, things are not gonna change overnight. It's not the way health and fitness works, okay? It takes a long time for us to get to the point, we're halfway, team, where we feel like we need to do something. You know, maybe we've been years of not working out, not taking care of our bodies, not feeling ourselves, making time for ourselves, whatever the reason, taking care of family, taking care of elderly parents, kids. I get it. All right, work. Whew. So much getting in the way of time for ourselves. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. So I want you to focus on how you feel each time you show up. There is never any regrets. Rather than focusing on that scale, but keep working. Take it one day at a time. If you feel you messed up a day, it's okay. Get back to it, all right? Think about how you assess yourself at the end of the week. All right, glute bridge here, team. We're on the floor. Feet down, hips up. Talk about if you have a big arch in your lower back, you need to tuck just a bit to get the glute activation. Mess with your feet. The closer we come in, you're gonna feel a little bit more quad here. If you get too far out, it's gonna be hamstrings. So find that place. If you're there, we're gonna march and tap here, okay? March and tap. It's a tough one. It has to be slow. Still keeping those hips up. Mine wanna drop a little bit, so I really have to focus here on getting good, deep engagement. We're halfway. If you're getting tired and you're having trouble engaging, like squeezing the glutes all the way through this hold and drawing in and be nice and steady, then please feel free to stop and have some rest. All right? Ooh, we'll work on it. We'll get you there. That's it. Hips up, squeeze. That's it. Come on. Woo. That's it. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. That feels so good. Back to that deadlift. Practicing a very important exercise here. Remember to start light. There's no need to go heavy. We do not want to get hurt on this, okay? So first one, let's go through all the checkpoints here. 3, 2, and 1. Right now, break your floor, okay? Stretch it apart. You should feel the outside of your shoes on your feet right now, all right? Now I want you to hinge back. Come over that weight. All right, I want you to pull up on that weight just enough that the weight doesn't move, but you pull the shoulders down, you feel locked out. Now squeeze that bottom and come to stand. There you go. That's it. Keep going through those checkpoints. You might move a little slower today. Working on that, that's fine. I'd rather you do that and get fewer reps in and do them right. There we go. We're halfway already. So I'm just gonna keep moving. 1, 2, 1, 2. Get as many reps in as you can with good form though, with good form. Feeling it in the glutes and the hips and not that lower back. Whew. Good, you can bend those knees to get down there. We're bending, but we're hinging. We're pushing the hips back as we bend. We're not dropping them down. That's it, come on, a couple more. 3, 2, and 1, rest, all right. Woo. There you go, grab a sip of water. I'm feeling great. How about you? We're gonna finish up kind of the way we started, but I changed it up. We're gonna go with those thrusters again. Oh my, Tatum. But we didn't do any squats today. So these are our squats, what we did at the beginning in here. You might go up on weight and push a little more, you might not. I'm gonna try 20s and go up and push here. And then we're gonna skip a little bit because I know skipping is hard, and we're just gonna try to find this, okay? 3, 2, and 1, here we go. Dumbbells to shoulders, we're gonna squat to press, good. Thruster, use those legs. Try to go up on weight and use the legs here. We didn't do any squats, so let's push it, but we want good form. If we're going up on weight, we have to be able to get those hands up over our shoulders to protect them with this heavier weight, okay? Woo! There you go, smile. Come on team, squat to press. 30 more seconds here. It's a full minute. We have 3 sets of this today. Back to a little bit of cardio, strength here. Working that heart. Oh, here we go. I love this combination move of a squat to press. I'm trying to keep things a little simple here today. With our movement, we will be progressing with bigger movements. 3 hybrid movements, combined movements. 3, 2, and 1. Weights down. Here we go. We're just skipping. All right, one leg at a time here. I want you to work this, get coordination, all right? We did a test at a family function on who could skip. Most of us could, but I would say some of us struggled. We couldn't get that coordination, so practice here. Go back to your youth. Remember what it was like. We'll take it up. It's just small. You might just go here and bounce without coming up off the floor, okay? You might just march and come up on those toes as an option. All right, we're resting. Not much though. We have those thrusters again, team. Come on, this is where you need to dig deep. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Squat to press. My mind went blank. It's like, what's going on here? My heart rate is raising. 2. Good, keep it coming, team. All right, we started out with the flame. We got that flame burning. Now it's a roaring fire inside, okay? We've got it, it's there. Picture that fire. All right, you can do this. You have the strength. Keep going with me. Use those legs, dig deep. 28 seconds. Woo. That's it. Come on, I know. It's getting tough, but we can work through it. Find some different weights. If we have to modify, but keep working. 13, you've come this far. Don't stop, even if it's just a squat. Maybe we put the weights down and we just squat right now. We're still working. 3, 2, and 1. All right, right into those skips. I'm gonna take it higher. All right, right here. And I'm gonna go into a little A tap here. Skip, all right? You can just skip high if you want. We're just working on skipping, getting that heart rate high, or just a little march with the knee and a lift on the toe. Maybe it's just a high march. Please, you do you. Don't do, I want you to practice. But if it's really difficult today and hopping hurts the ankles and knees or the joints, don't do it, okay? It's okay. Rest team, we're going back. It's our last round. Whew. I could see that finish line. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, team. Squat to press. One motion. Reset before you start that squat. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but we need to reset. Don't try to come down with that weight overhead. Reset it to the shoulders. Go again. Consider it a little bit of built-in rest on those legs, okay? Stay safe. There you go. Come on. We got this. We can do it. We've made it this far. We can keep going. We're over halfway. 25 seconds to go here. You can do it. We got it. so proud of you. I know it's not easy, especially if you don't like lifting weights, but I hope I'm getting you there. I hope that I teach you enough and coach you enough that you can really learn to appreciate it. 3, 2, and 1. Weights down. Here we go. Little skip again, a march. All right, a march onto the toes. A skip, getting off the floor. Or more of this A skip, where it's a push down instead of a hop up. Good. Again, coordination. Some of us are just learning this, and that's fine. Just get up off the floor. Pogo here. 3, 2, and 1. Cool down. I like the sounds of that. Let's grab a sip of water and get that breath, that heart rate to reset. All right, team. Woo, great job. I'm so proud of you. All right, let's breathe in, let's breathe out. Let's bring it down a little bit. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's it. We can control that heart rate by just finding our breath in, into the diaphragm and out. That shallow chest breath in and out. When you feel that, slow down, slow down. All right, bring it here. Here we go, in. Helps me to do it through the nose, but you don't have to, and out. Good, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. One more in, hold it at the top, and out. And as you exhale, draw that belly button in and up, just to practice drawing it. Nice work. Whew, let's go ahead. We were on those shoulders a lot with those high planks and rows, and so go ahead and we use them in our chest press. Bring that arm across the body here, shoulders down, away from the ears. Here you go. Find that breath. You're gonna stay high for a little bit before we come down to the ground. Just trying to find that breath. Who is sweating? My goodness. Great job, team. Kudos to you. Thank you for showing up. All right, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to make time. This was a 45-minute workout. Let's go ahead and switch arms, which I know a lot of you say, you like that 30, but show up, get it going. If you run out of time, that's fine, but try to make time, try to carve it out. If we want to progress and get more, we're gonna have to go a little bit longer, or take this for the 30 instead of the cardio that we did at the end. When I have that, just later, come back to it or go out for a walk later, okay? Try to get moving throughout the day. All right, let's stretch that neck too, shoulders. There might be some tension from work or from sleep. A lot of times clenching, laying on a weird pillow. Let's go ahead and bring that right ear to right shoulder. Reach out here to the left. Even just tension in our neck from looking down at our phones, at our computers, driving. We sometimes forget this. And I don't know about you, but this is where all my tissue go. For some people, it's a stomach thing. For me, it's a neck and trap thing. There we go. Other side here, team. Left ear to left shoulder. Reach out. Gentle. Don't pull and tug hard. It doesn't take much here, okay? And find your breath. Good job. Let's reach behind here. Pull back, chest open. If you need to, grab a towel here to create space. Oh, there you go. Open up. Let's back bend just a little bit too while we're here. Oh, then if you're there, let's wrap it around and come forward. If not, stay high, stay high. A towel here will help you wrap around, create some space. Great job. All right, let's go ahead. Adductor stretch here to the side. We're gonna stay standing today. And just kind of maybe turn in a little bit here. Feel that stretch along the inside of the thigh. So I'm here, or I'm just gonna turn a little bit. We might even just touch down here, or kind of twist here outside that knee. Good, let's go to the other side. That was a short hold, Tatum. Oh my, let's hold it a little bit longer. We only have a minute left. I would love for you to work on some of this stretching. All right, let's come down to the ground. Let's lay down on our back, draw that knee in towards the chest, pulling on the shin. If you need to, grab behind, okay? Squeeze. Give me an ankle roll left for 1, 2, and 3, and right. 1, 2, and 3. Let's bend that left leg. Draw that right leg straight here. Holding on to the back of the thigh and that hamstring push in. And hold. Breathe through it. Don't hold your breath. Good, let's switch here, other side. Right leg straight. Squeeze that left knee in, hug it in. Good. Let's give it 3 ankle rows right. 1, rolls 2, and 3. Left, 1, 2, and 3. Bend that right leg. Extend that left leg. Hold onto the back of that thigh, that hamstring. Breathe, pull the toes towards the shin. Big breaths. Good. Give yourself a little hug here. And that's it today, team. All right, we made it through another one. Again, I know the journey is long for some of us, and some of us has just become a nice lifestyle habit. But whatever it is, just give it, think about it day at a time. But it does take a little bit of planning. Something that I like to do real quick before I let you go, and something to think about, and I do it for all my training, is I think about my week. I know what days, we're posting Monday, Thursdays, or whatever days we're posting. Look at those, have them on the calendar, decide what time you need to show up for those, map out your week, all right? And that might change, but at least you have it down on paper. For me, it needs to be on paper. And then the night before, I look at my day again and I reassess. Is that gonna work for me? What do I need to get up maybe and make it happen in the morning? Do I need to have my clothes laying out, my water bottle? Be prepared. If I have to leave the house, what am I gonna take with me? If I have to do it after work or during lunch, what do I need to have packed? Get those things prepped, ready, be prepared, because I guarantee something will come in front of that if you're not, all right? If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm so excited for you. You're doing a great job. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.